Hello everybody, especially the Mountaineer faithful. A lot of good things are going on in Morgantown, but it's about winning, and winning more football games than in the past. That's what it's always been about, and it's been that way for over 100 years. West Virginia University has come a long way in football, and it was at its peak when Rich Rodriguez and Bill Stewart took the helms. They were very successful coaches, and Rich has returned to the Mountaineers. And he's only there for one reason, and that's to win. And that's what it's all about. And if you're going to win, you got to spend money. And what did the Mountaineers do? They went on and spent money. $5 million for support football staff. Another $2.5 million for off-the-field support staff. What more do you want? And let's take a look at the NFL real quickly and all the other leagues. They have general managers. And what's happened to college football? Now you have to have general managers on your staff. What is a general manager? Well, at the NFL level, they trade players, negotiate with agents, look at the roster, hire and fire coaches. Well, at the college level, it's going to be just a little bit different. I don't think the GMs are going to have the power to fire a coach, since the coaches are bringing them in to help them manage their programs. But that's the new job position. That's the new gold rush in college sports, is to become a college general manager. So you see what the players have opened up again? Everybody that's crying about unfettered free agency. Because of the players, you have a $1.5 million job opening up at a lot of places. There's a couple of schools paying their general managers $1.5 million. That wasn't there before the portal, and it wasn't there before this settlement agreement or the proposed settlement agreement. So you see the pressure that it's putting on the NC2A. That's just the way it goes. And you've got to staff up, and that's what West Virginia University did. But what does a GM do at the college level? Well, he's going to be expected to manage the cap and player compensation. How much are you going to pay the players at each position? Are they all going to get the same money? It's projected under the settlement where all the players would make about $135,000, in women's basketball, $35,000. It still has to be managed. You have to know how to spend the resources under the $20.5 million cap. That's what's allocated to the NC2 Power 4 schools every year for the players. It's going to be directly paid through the players through profit sharing. That's what it's all about. And you've got to have these general managers. They're going to help in recruiting. They're going to have to talk to parents. So it's going to be a lot involved. Contracts, agents, and more. That's what they'll be doing. Roster management, looking over the portal to see if there's any available talent out there. They're going to be in charge of evaluating talent. They're going to be in charge of retaining talent. This is where the game has gone. College football is looking like the NFL, so they should treat it as such, with collective bargaining agreement and all the rest. That's just where it is. If you're going to pay a general manager $1.5 million, like one of the universities paid them, these are high salary people coming in to help run a football program or a basketball program. That's just where the college sports has evolved. But as I've said, and I've watched West Virginia University football for many years as well as basketball, it's about winning, and more winning. And that's what you have to do to win. You've got to upgrade your facilities, which they've done. You've got to pay your staff, which they've done. Now it's time for the players to produce on the field. And that's where it lies right now. And so I think the West Virginia University program is in great shape going into this season. I don't know what the players are going to do. We live in the era of the portal transfers. So you have to see it unfold during the season. Who's who? Who's real and who's Memorex? Who can produce and who cannot produce? That's what it's all about. But I just wanted to drop by to tell you, there is a new position in college football that's very important. It's the college general manager. And that's special because that means that you're trying to organize your sports program. So you got to have them these days. So if you want to Google college general managers, they're hot right now. And that's where they're doing most of their hiring and also bringing in a few other people that can scout and evaluate talent. So the college landscape has changed. So you have to adapt to the change. And I think West Virginia University, especially in football, is adapting to the change. So all I see and all it should be about is winning, winning, and more winning. This is C. Ivan Franklin. One minority voice, one view. At Be Frank For Real on YouTube. It doesn't get any better than this. It's time to get the football program in order. And from what I see, they're off to a great start. See ya!